guys, welcome back to day 10. You made it, and welcome to this beautiful view behind me. I told you I would be in a special spot for our last day of our challenge getting fitter and stronger. So today we are going to put together all that we've seen in those last 9 days and just test our strength and our fitness. So get ready to join me in just a moment. All right, you guys, you made it. It's day 10. So I'm so excited. And again, welcome to this beautiful spot. I told you I'd come to a special spot for our last day. This is called the Dune du Pilat. It's the largest sand dune in Western Europe, and it's just near my hometown in France. So I made it all the way up here, hiking up here, and it reminded me how important cardio is in all of our training. So I know we tried to mix that in our last few days, but just a friendly reminder to all of us, do try and keep cardio as a regular part of your routine in your week and in all of your movement. You will need the overball for today. We are going to start right down on the mat. We won't be jumping up and around. We're going to combine the last 9 days, like I said. So if you're ready, let's get started. You're going to come to seated in the middle of your mat, and I'm just going to get some of the sand off of mine. So to start out, I want you to keep your ball near you where it won't escape. We're not going to use it right off the bat. You're going to lie down onto your back. We're going to bring the knees right up into a tabletop position. I'm going to take it into our 100. Reach your arms long by your sides. Fingertips reach out for your toes. And you can either start in tabletop legs. You can lift the legs straight up towards the ceiling, or you can reach the legs out and away from you. Here we go. We're going to inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to breathe it out with you. Keep breathing. Really pulling that belly button up and in. Try and keep your shoulder blades off the mat. And each time you breathe out, try and lift up just a little bit higher, curling that chest forward, but staying down on your waistband so don't come up into a teaser. Last 20, see if you can lower the legs even farther. Last 10. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a little hug. All right, sorry guys, I had to get some sunglasses. So bring it down onto your back and you can lie your head down. Bring the ball, put it in between your knees. Give it a good squeeze. Line your feet up with your sit bones, arms long by your sides. We're gonna lift it up into a bridge without any spinal articulation. Take an inhale, exhale, squeeze the glutes and lift your hips. Hold it up here and make sure your upper back is down. Ribs are pulling down towards your hips. Here we go. Inhale, touch down. Exhale, squeeze up. Inhale down, exhale up. We go for 6 and 5. Keep your squeeze on the ball the exact same. 4 throughout the whole time, up and down. For 3 and 2. Last one, you hold it up. From here, I want you to keep your squeeze on the ball and just reach your right leg long and forward. So your knees and your quads are in line with each other. Bring that foot back down, squeeze the glutes, keep the hips lifted, left leg extends, foot comes down. Right leg extends and down. Left leg and down. Don't let the hips drop in space, so really keep squeezing your glutes. Remember, it's also about the backs of the arms, so press those arms actively down into the floor. Left leg extends and right leg extends. Last one, left leg extends. Bring the foot down, and now with an articulation and a big exhale, roll your spine down 1 vertebra at a time. all the way to the bottom and release. Squeeze the ball, bring your knees to your chest. Take the ball out and away from your knees, hold onto it with your hand, lift the arms up. With an exhale, we're gonna roll head, neck, and shoulders forward, and we're gonna come into our stomach 5 series. You can hang onto that ball with just one hand. We're gonna reach it out for our feet. With an inhale, we extend arms and legs forward and back. Exhale to come together for 6. And 5. And 4. Pulling the belly button in as you reach those legs long for 3, 2, and 1. Hang on to the ball with both hands. Left leg goes straight forward, right knee is bent in towards the chest. Single leg stretch, and we change. No pulses, just one leg in and one leg out. Tracking straight in line with your sit bones, keeping your chest curled forward, low ribs pressing down. Hang on to the ball with both hands, reaching out and over the top of that foot. We go for 2. Last one each side. Bring both knees into your chest. Put the ball in between your ankles, hands behind the head, legs straight up towards the ceiling. Flex your feet to lower the legs down. Point the toes to lift for our double leg straight stretch. Give a squeeze on that ball. Try and keep your legs even and not going side to side. Down and point to lift. Keeping your spine in a neutral, so make sure you're not hyperextending the lumbar spine as the legs lower down. We go for one more and lift. Just go ahead and grab that ball. You're going to send your right leg straight down. We're going to scissor the legs, pass the ball from one hand to the other behind the leg. Scissor change, pass the ball. Here we go. Keep that head, neck, and shoulders curled forward. If your head gets tired, you can bring one hand behind your head and just do the movement with the legs. Last 2 each side. Bring your knees into your chest. And now you're going to bring that ball back in between your ankles. You're going to bring your head, neck, and shoulders down, arms long by your sides, and we're going to take it in to 3 rollovers. Legs go straight up. Squeeze in on that ball. Take an inhale with an exhale. Press those arms down as you lift the hips back and roll your legs over and behind you. Flex the feet. Keep the squeeze on the ball and slowly bring it down, keeping the backs of the shoulders pressing against the mat. Inhale, let your legs lower down and away from you. Exhale, pull them up and then roll them all the way back and overhead. Flex to lower. Good. With control. Inhale, lower those legs down and away. Exhale, peel those hips up and back. Legs overhead. Make sure they stay parallel to the floor. And then roll it down. Nice and slow. Good. From here, go ahead and bring that ball down in front of you so that you can get both feet onto the top of the ball. Squeeze your legs together and we're going to lift it back up into a bridge, okay? Let's do no articulation. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the glutes and lift up. Inhale, touch down. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Oh my gosh, I'm on a slant. And inhale, down. Exhale, squeeze the glutes and the knees together and down. And here we go. Lift it up and down. And we go for 4. Up and down and up and down. Really try and get the pubic bone pulling up towards your nose and down. Last 2 and down. Last 1 and bring it all the way down. Good job. You're going to bring that ball back in between your knees and keep your legs in a tabletop position. Hands come behind your head. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, round head, neck, and shoulders forward. And here we're going to come into our crisscross. So I want you to I want you to curl up towards the left and then squeeze that left knee in on the ball towards the right, right? So you're curled off to the left knee squeezes in, so really focusing on those crossed obliques, and then bring the torso center. Go ahead and lift up and curl out to the right knee squeezes in extra against that ball, and come center, and left, and center, right, and center, left, and center, right, with that right leg squeezing in an extra amount, center, left, center, right, center. We only have 2 more each side, you guys. Hopefully these are feeling easier than they did the first few days. Left, center, right, center, and then go ahead and just bring head, neck, and shoulders down, and you can give yourself a little rock back and forth with those knees. Very good. Actually, let's keep that ball in between your knees, and I want you to roll it over onto your left side, coming up onto your hand. So make sure that you align your quads with the front of you, okay? So your feet are behind you. This is going to be our little sideline, what am I trying to say? Push-ups, right? Push-ups. Go ahead and lift the hips, squeeze the ball. My feet are together behind me. Reach your top arm up for the ceiling. Here we go. Little bend with that lower arm and press up. Bend and press. It's tiny, right? And mine's even tinier since I'm in sand, so my wrist is at like a major angle here. And press up. Squeeze the ball with those knees. So working those adductors and those obliques the same time that we work the triceps and the upper back. Down and lift it up. For 2 more. Down, lift it up. 1 more. Down, lift it up. Bring your hips down. You're going to take the ball and put it in between your ankles. Okay, so you're going to stack those feet, and we're going to come onto our forearm. We're going to get those legs straight out, and we're going to lift our hips. Okay, so we're coming into a side plank position here. Okay, if you feel like going up on your hand, go ahead and do so, or on the forearm like me. You'll lift that top arm up towards the ceiling. We're going to thread the arm underneath us, look down at it, and lift up. Thread in small little twist and look up, and twist and lift, and twist and lift. We go for 2, lift it up, and 1, lift it up, lower your hips down, pull your knees in, and we're going to turn it right around to the other side. So start with the ball in between your knees. Feet are together behind you. Coming up onto your hand, and I'm just gonna situate the sand underneath me here so I have a little bit of something to press against. Okay, so floors are better for this. Lift your hips, make sure your knees, hips, shoulders are in one flush line. Lift your top hand up, and here we go. Small presses and lifts with that bottom arm. Really try and bend the elbow and not just fall into the shoulder. And maybe it's tiny, and that's okay. Pull your abdominals up and in, down and up. For 3, 2, last one. Bring your hips down. Ball goes in between your ankles, and you either come right back up onto your hand or onto your forearm. Lift it up into a side plank. That's it. And here we go. Threading that hand under and lifting up. And threading under and lifting up. Whoa! Keep your balance. Threading under and lifting up. So you're really balancing on the outside edge of that bottom foot. Under and lift up. So think of that bottom inner thigh is pressing up, and that's going to help lift those hips. We go under and lift up and lower your hips all the way down. Great job. We're going to come up to our knees. So just bring the ball in between your knees, and you can sit it back on your heels. If that is not comfortable or available to you, you can just stay up here, okay? So For those of you who can sit back on your knees, we're gonna start here, reaching the arms straight forward, palms facing in. We're gonna squeeze the glutes and lift the hips up over our knees. Now, if you can't go all the way back, you can just start here and do little lifts. We sit it back, squeeze and lift. Back, squeeze and lift. We're gonna add the arms. Back, squeeze and lift. Open the arms to a T. Reach forward as you sit back. Lift up and open. Reach forward as you sit back. That's it. Squeeze the ball underneath you. Squeeze the glutes at the top. And think of pressing your pubic bone forward. So not just the hip bones. We want to make sure that our lumbar spine behind us stays nice and long. Here we go. And 2. Last one. Reach your arms forward. Stay up here on your knees. Really squeeze that ball with your inner thighs. Really press your hips forward. We're going to lean it back into a thigh stretch. Inhale, lean it back, deeper knee bend. Exhale, squeeze the glutes and bring yourself back up over the top of those knees. Inhale, lean it back, squeeze the glutes and lift up. We go for 3 more. Inhale back, exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale back, exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale back, exhale, lift and squeeze. Good job. From here, I want you to bring your hands down in front of you into a 4-point kneeling position, and we are going to let this ball be underneath our right knee, okay? Which means you will have your right toes down on the floor. So it's an unstable surface. It's going to challenge our core to stabilize us in this position. From here, let's flex both feet. We are going to lift the left knee up off of the mat, and then we're going to lift that leg back up behind us, keeping the knee at a 90-degree bend. So as though you want to stamp your foot up towards the ceiling. We lift and lower. Lift and lower. Remember to extend your spine nice and long, forward and back. Broaden your chest and pick your ribs up. That's it. We go for 3, lower, 2, lower, 1, lower it down, reach it long behind you, point your toes, lift it up and down for 7, and 6, pulling from the glute for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring that knee in and down. So hopefully, with that back glute work, you also felt some quad work in the right quad, right? So now it's the left leg's turn. Get that ball underneath your left knee, lift your right knee up, and here we go. Lifting that leg up and down, keeping the same 90-degree knee bend. So stamping the bottom of that foot up towards the ceiling behind you. Lift and lower. So really contract that glute muscle as you press that leg up. We go for 3 and 2 and 1. Pull it in. Straighten the leg back, point the toe, lift it up for 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower the knee down, take your ball out from underneath that knee, and then lie it down on your stomach. Bring your ball forward, and you're gonna bring both hands over top the ball. Just look down at your mat here. Separate your legs, hip bones apart, leaving the legs down on the mat. As you have an inhale in you, I want you to lift your face and chest as you press the full length of your arms down into the ball. See if you can lift your abdominals off the floor, pressing the pubic bone into the mat. Exhale, and lower the spine down, still pressing down on the ball. And then you can bring your forehead down onto the mat. And here we go. Keep breathing. So if you started with an exhale, come into your inhale and keep going. And then I like an exhale. As I'm lowering that spine down, And you want to think of elongating the spine as you come down. So make sure that you make it long and you don't sort of come down on top of yourself, right? We never want to compress our spine. Lift and lower. So we're getting a nice upper back extension here into the thoracic spine at the same time that we are working the upper body and those triceps. And lower down. It's shifty sand underneath me. And we go for 2. Lift up and lower down with that exhale. Last one here. Lifting it up. And we're going to lower it right back down. And you're going to keep your face hovering over the mat. Leave the ball where it is. Reach your arms long behind you by your sides. And we're going to do our reverse 100. I want you to float your legs up off the floor, clearing your quads from the floor. And we beat the arms straight up. Breathe it out with me. I'm going 3 in and 3 out. Last 3, 2, last 1. Good job, you guys. Bring your arms all the way around. Grab a hold of that ball. You are going to sit it back into a child's pose. Bring your hands on top of the ball. Just give yourself a nice stretch here. And then with an exhale, slowly come up onto your knees. We're going to take it into our push-ups, right? With our hands on the ball. So go ahead and reach forward, hands on the ball. You're going to bring your hips in line with your knees and your shoulders. Feet can come together behind you. If you want to be up on your feet in a full plank, go ahead. And we're going to go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it back into your child's pose. Take a big inhale here. And one more time, we're going to take it out for another 6. To find that neutral position, really engage your glutes. We go down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Sit it back into that child's pose. And then get your ball back between your knees. We're going slightly over our 20-minute marker, but we're almost finished. So this is our finale. You're going to bring it down onto your forearms, step your feet back, and come into a plank position. Hips are slightly lifted. We're going to dip the hips to the right, lift up and around, dip left. Up and around, dip right. Up and around, dip left. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Pull your abdominals in for 3, 2, last one. Bend your knees, bring them down. Push it all the way back, just so that you can take that ball out from between your knees. Put it off to the side of you. Bring your hands back in front of you. Get your toes underneath you. We're going to stand it up into a down dog. So go ahead and lift those hips. Really reaching those hips up, reaching the chest out towards the mat in front of you. Ears are in between your biceps here. Turn your fingers slightly in towards each other. And we're going to do our triceps push-ups here. Bending it down, head towards the mat. Lift it up. We go for 8, 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, last 3, 2, last 1. Fingers face back forward again, and point your right toes behind you. Lift the legs straight up and down for 3, and 2, 1. Hold it up. Heel to glute, straighten the leg. Heel to glute, straighten the leg for 2. Sorry, that was 3. 2, 1 more. Bring that foot all the way down. Reach your spine nice and long. Left leg behind you. Lift it up. Lower it down for 3 and 2. Last one, hold it up. Bring the heel to the glute. Straighten the leg. Heel the glute, straighten the leg. 2, last 1. Bring that foot down. Bring your knees down to the mat. Sit it back and just lift yourself up. Turn your head left to right in case you took any tension into your neck, being up in those plank positions. And to finish it off, let's do some of that little bear crouching that we did the other day. So find your hands in front of you, way in front of your shoulders. Feet are gonna go quite a bit back. Float your knees off of the mat. Send your hips back, elbows down. Bring it forward up into your plank. Lift it back and crouch. Forward lift, like you're doing a big circle here with your body. 1 more. Reverse, lift it up and forward, elbows bend, send the hips back. For 3, 2, 1. Lift it up into your down dog. Reach your spine nice and long. Walk your hands back towards your feet. I'm kind of fighting against the sand here. Stay folded over, so just find yourself all your weight on your feet now. Just let your head drop nice and heavy, looking back between your legs. Arms are heavy, and here we go. With an exhale, slowly start to roll it up. You can bend the knees slightly. All right, remember your head and your shoulders will come up last. Nice and slow. Restacking that spine, 1 bone at a time. Shoulders come over ribs, come over hips, then the head comes up. You guys give yourself a big stretch overhead. Clasp your hands and then press them all the way up towards the ceiling. You can look up, arching the back, and then let your arms drop down and then just give them a shake out. Good job, you guys. All right, you are finished. I hope you have enjoyed this challenge. And I hope that it has brought you joy in the last few days that you've done it, and maybe got you excited again to come back to movement, or maybe just been refreshing and something to do, and even though you're already regularly in movement. So I look forward to seeing you and moving with you again very soon. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Thank you. Bye. Stick around, you guys, to watch a clip of what you've accomplished and done in the last 10 days. I'm so proud of you. If you enjoyed this challenge and you would like to do more, I invite you to come to my website at goneadventuring.com. The link is in the description of this video. Sign up because there is now a full video subscription website with a large library of lots of Pilates and workout videos and so much more to come, with new videos added each week. So I cannot wait to see you there. Join the adventure and let's keep moving well together at goneadventuring.com.